Hello there, I'm Ambica Grover. Welcomes you to Swiflearn, and I believe that you are studying well with us and enjoying our interesting chapters day by day. And today's topic is tenses. Do you know tenses plays an important role in our day-to-day life? As for example, we are in our class using tenses. For example, I am teaching you, you are studying. Let's start the tenses. We have three types of tenses: past, present, and future. Start with the very first, past tense. See, simple past is used to indicate an action completed in the past time. It often occurs with adverbs and adverb phrases of past times. Here, as we use the past tense, for example, I said, I received, with the example, I received his letter a week ago. See, when we talk about tenses, in English grammar, we always have rules as we have in maths. Here, I received his letter a week ago. How do we get it? What rule we have to apply here? See, in past simple tense, verb plus ed, subject plus verb, which has always the second form when we are talking about the past. The green, in past simple tense, verb plus ed, subject plus verb, which has always the second form when we are talking about the past tense, and plus ed, then object. For example, here is verbs: eat, study, write. She ate all the green vegetables on her plate. Why we use at? We used at because the second form of eat is at. Eat, at, eaten. We use at here. The study, she studied ed. We used ed as we talked about first about the rules. We studied yesterday for the test. She studied yesterday for the test. And Rabindranath Tagore wrote our national anthem. Wrote. Why we use wrote? The second form of the verb. In simple present tense, what is present then? Present in something. Present is something which we are going on in present time. The continuous action the continuous process in which we are right now. The things we are going on at the right moment. The simple present is used in many ways. Let's see the rule: subject plus verb plus s or es, then object. Now, what is s or es? We use s or es whenever we talk about something else. For when we will use she, he, it, name, we will use s or es at the end of the verb. And when we will be talking about I, we, you, they, we will never use s or es at the end of the verb. Let's take some examples. With eat, we will say she eats. When we talk about she, we will use s at the end of the verb. All the green vegetables that her father serves her. Here we have two verbs, so we use one as here and is here. In second study, she studied for 2 hours every day after school. She studies for 2 hours every day after school. Here we use es with the verb studies. Say, write. He writes very beautiful poetry. He writes, yes, very beautiful poetry. Let's see the other tense, which is future. The simple future tense is used to talk about things which can be never. Simple future tense is used to talk about things which we can or cannot control or to predict what may happen. It expresses the future as facts. We can say about the things which has happened already in past. We can tell the things which are going on right now in present, but we cannot tell the things which haven't happened yet or will be happening in some other time, which will be in future. It says, let's take some example. I shall be 30 next Wednesday. It will be Christmas in next week. I hope you understand the three different time periods of past, present, and future. The rule of it is, when we will talk about future, we will use will or shall plus verb. We will not use verb. We will not use form of the verb, we will just use simple verb with will or shall, subject plus will or shall plus verb. She will eat all the green vegetables that her father serves her. Study. She will study before the test tomorrow. And he will write all the answers in his notebook today. These were our three tenses. Let's understand it in a very chart. Let's see what we studied in past. It's verb plus ed and the second form of the verb. In present there was no form of verb, just verb and s or es, and in future we just use will or shall plus verb. When we will talk about the continuous process of past, we will use was or verb, was and verb. And when we will talking about the continuous present continuous tense, we will using is, am, are and will be. When we will be talking about the past perfect tense, we will use at the second form, eats in present and will eat in future. When we will talking about the present perfect continuous tense, we will use studied, studies in present, and future will study. Let's look at some examples using these rules. Past, present, and future with rules and the examples. The very first past says verb plus ed with the second form of the verb, and we will be using it. I ran, they ran. We just changed the form of the verb in past. In present, the rule is verb plus s/es. Then we will be saying in sentences, she runs. We use s at the end of the verb. She is an athlete. She runs. She is an athlete. I run. When we are using I, we will not use s or es at the end of the verb. I am an athlete. They run. They are athletes. Will or shall plus verb in future. In future, the rule is will or shall plus verb. I will run. I will be an athlete. Is it clear now?
Exciting to understand the tenses in. So, wasn't it exciting to understand the tenses in a very easy manner? And thank you so much for making it successful, very successful class. We will be meeting soon in next class. Till then, have a good day, study well and stay safe at home. Bye.